What's going on, Muvminters? Welcome to episode 20 of Storytime with Salvwreck. I am Christal Clear, and it's my birthday!
Woo! Yay, buddy.
I am so old.
Yep. And it land right on, like, it's the 20 story time, and your birthday's October 20.
Yeah, I know. I was like peeping that too. I was like, episode 20. My birthday's on October 20th, so, you know.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Perfect timing to have another episode of Storytime with Salvwreck. So, yep, it is my birthday.
Woo!
That was so lame.
I'm gonna make it fancy schmancy.
Oh, you gonna make it fancy schmancy?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
I'm gonna have a whole like collage of different birthdays. Go ahead, editing Denny, hit it.
Yep, so I am 41 today.
Bum, bum, bum.
I am officially old. I know a lot of people are like, wait a minute, I'm 70. You're old. What am I? See, you're 70 years young. I'm 41 years old. That's a difference.
My brain hurt when you just said that.
That's funny. You can see her brain hurting if you saw it from my angle, too.
Yeah.
So, you got some questions?
Oh, it's a Q&A?
Well, you know, we talk about my birthday, you know.
So what are your plans for your birthday, or what have you already completed on your birthday?
I completed that I'm 41. That's the first thing I wanted to do. That's like, you know, I wanted to do all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make it to 41.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, me and Sammy, because this taping is going to be past, you know, the events, but me and Sammy have gone to the Sixers game against the Milwaukee Bucks. So,
just FYI, I'll put the score at the bottom.
Yeah, so you know, that was one of the main things. I wanted to take Sammy. Sammy wanted to see Giannis. He loves Giannis from the Milwaukee Bucks. So, and then, you know, he loves Embiid too. He's a probably bigger Sixers fan than I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, but that was the big plan there. And then, of course, I wanted my cupcakes. As Keisha said, cupcakes. You know, in Muvmint one day. You know, I always want cupcakes. Jenny always give me a whole box of cupcakes. See, I was good, though. I shared mine.
I see. When I saw the kids each had one, I was like, he shared?
Yes. That goes to show you I'm getting old because, you know, all that sugar, I can't eat all that sugar at once anymore, so.
No.
Gotta change up my diet, you know.
I ended up getting me a powdered cream, I forgot what they're called. Powdered cream, they're not donuts, they're the half ones.
Oh, okay.
So I got that for me because I wasn't no guarantees I was gonna get a cupcake.
Well, you know, I'm glad she thought ahead because that probably would have been true.
Yeah.
So, yep, so I'm 41 today. I'm happy. So, yeah, that's one of my main plans. And then plus, I just got carpet put down in the studio. So now the sound quality is a lot better. So I'm really happy about that. Because before I had the studio B set up, but, you know, I didn't have the carpeting to balance the sound out from bouncing on the floor. And my wife blessed me with that by, you know, paying for the carpet for my whole man cave. So now I'm never going to live upstairs because, you know, it's like an apartment down here now. But, you know, I'll occasionally come and visit. You know what I mean.
Occasionally visit.
You know, visit for an hour, 2 hours. You should see her face, bro. When I said that. So,
but the colors work though.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Maybe on Moving Monday I'll post some new pictures of the studio, you know. Because I rarely post the whole studio due to privacy and stuff like that. So you got any other questions you want to ask me? You know, things that I learned in my years.
What did you learn in your 41 years on this earth?
That 41 years is not a long time.
Facts.
Yeah, it's definitely not a long time. Like I remember going through. just the other day, I was remember going through some stuff that I went through in my 20s. But yeah, shout out to my man Blizz. He called me yesterday and said happy birthday. And happy birthday to you, sir, because you know your birthday is coming up on the 29th, and he's going to be 42. He's always a year and 9 days older than me, so.
You had to make sure to add 9
That's
days.
right! That's right! You're old. But nah, me and him was talking about a lot of stuff that we went through, and some people that we knew back in the past, back when we was in our 20s. And I remember the times me and him used to walk when my dad took us to Bardic and Beta Fish. It was so cool, like it was in the middle of the night. We used to walk on the streets, like nobody bothered us, no cops bothered us. We used to walk like a mile up, mile down while my pops was asleep on the boat. And we was just talking about random stuff. And we was like, I believe like the last time we did that, we was just got done high school. It was the summer after senior year of high school. So, you know, and from that to that time, I didn't even have a girlfriend, didn't even think I was going to get one, definitely didn't think I was going to have children. But then, you know, I got older. Now, looking at it now, I got not only a wife, 3 kids, good people surround me, and, you know, it's just a house that I own, you know, and 2 cars, you know, like all the fixings of an adult person. So it's been a blessing. So, but it just, times go so fast. So fast, it's not even funny. So
time. Time's just going by so quickly.
Shoot, I remember when I first dated you, I didn't even want to, you know, didn't even want to talk to you because I thought you was like 15. I was like, nah, 15 to get to 20. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And then you told me you was about 20 years old, and I was like, okay, at least I don't have to feel kind of, you know, weird looking at you, staring at you. Like, who that girl right there? Now she's my wife.
Yep.
Got married in 2008.
Yep.
I remember it.
6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. Got married 2008, and then now it's 2022. She didn't kill me yet, so I guess I'm doing something right. So, yeah, so it goes fast.
So what would you tell your 20-year-old self, 21-year-old self? Think about that.
Whew. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's almost 21 years ago.
It's 20 years ago.
20 years ago, I was 21. And then I'll be 42. I'm like, half my years since I was 21. But what I tell my old self, I would say that some of the moves that I made in life was not the good moves, you know.
But it got you here.
Yeah, but it got me here with a little bit singed, you know what I mean? Like a little bit beaten up over the years, especially like the job that I'm at now. Like if, you know, I'm a truck driver, and it's not like, you know, I just pull up to the dock and, you know, they unload the stuff for me.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I have to unload the truck myself, go up steps myself. So I took a lot of beatings over my body over the years. So, but that's one of the things that, like, one of the issues I had. And, you know, so like at 40, I feel like sometimes I'm 70 because, you know, I took a lot of beating on my body. But, you know, I didn't think it is where we at now, thanks for the grace of God, so, you know.
And you're still here.
Yep, still here. Yeah, so that's one of the things, you know, that I would say to my 21-year-old self. And other things, like I would say that, you know, some of the stuff I was getting into, I would be like, nah, don't do that. Do the music instead, because the music is more fulfilling. Because remember, I told you I was an artist. What? I told you, you knew. I was an artist, you know, I was an illustrator. I actually had projects done, and actually I had a picture actually exhibited at the airport in Savannah, Georgia one time, which was pretty awesome. You know, and they stayed up there for almost a year too.
Which is cool.
So a lot of people got to see like some of my artwork up on the wall with other artists from Savannah College of Art and Design, which was awesome. So the exposure was awesome, but at the same time, it's like I loved it being an artist and an illustrator, but I realized that the thing I should have really pushed on is the music. But, you know, I think, like I said before from other episodes, like, I think it was good for me not to do the music back then because, one, I wouldn't appreciate it more than I do now that I have an older mindset. And I think just the way my life was, I don't think God, I wouldn't have heard what God wanted me to do with the music. I probably would have been rapping about, you know, blunts and cars and all that stuff. Not saying that it's wrong, but it's something the Lord didn't want me to do specifically. So, you know what I mean? All the others got, you know, no disrespect to other artists, but that part of that lifestyle was not my calling, you know. I wanted to do something to help people. And I thought doing it through the illustration and, you know, because I got a BFA in illustration, I thought doing that would probably fulfill my goal more. Not just to make good money, but, you know, to do something for the world. But I come to realize at the end of my 30s that the music was where the Lord wanted me to go. So I would have said that, but like I said, I'm still here. Still here regardless. I never thought I was going to even pass 24, honest and true. So from that being 17 years older than what I thought how many years I was going to live, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
It is. It is. So yeah, a lot. So if you notice, you had a lot of growing up to do from then to now. So with that being said, what are some things that you're looking forward to for your next 20 years?
I think within the next 20 years, and I use the word 20 loosely because I know where my wife is going at this. It's a little inside joke. You can't fool me on that. Can't fool me on that. All my friends, they're probably laughing when they say the next 20 years, because 20 years I'll be 60 besides, you know.
61.
61. But anyway, so what was the question again? See, I forgot. See, he's trying to trick me with a trick question now. Because I always said I ain't gonna make it past 50.
So what do you have plans for when you're 61? Next 20 years?
Well, 61, hopefully I'll be talking to God, you know, and I actually know what he looked like. But, you know, just so that if it doesn't happen, you know, and I live past my 50s and the 60s 20 years from now, I look forward to just like learning to have a better, deeper faith with God more. If I look at myself now, and I think that's one of the reasons why sometimes I get depressed, is because I don't think that I'm where I should be as far as my relationship with God. And it bums me out sometimes because, like, even though, like, I'm thankful for where I'm at now compared to where I was in my 20s, I was nowhere near talking to God, asking for God's help in my 20s compared to now. But at the same time, I feel myself getting myself caught up in some of my past addictions. And, you know, we call that, a lot of times we call that backsliding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's so like, it's some of the stuff that I go through is like, I wish I don't want to go through my old self anymore. So hopefully around like when I progress more with, you know, being older and have an older mindset, I wanted to increase my relationship with God more. Because like when I see my dad, I see a beautiful thing. My dad is 70, I believe he's 74 years old. And it's like, it's like I can see where he is with his relationship with God. And I learned to appreciate that, to the point that I say, if my father, you know, God forbid, if something happens to him, I hope the Lord would do the same with him to me. So that's one of the things I wanted to do, because you know what, you get to the point where, you know, when we're young, we think on our own, we want to be our own man, but kind of find out that a lot of the stuff that I was getting involved in, I ended up turning to my elders for help, which one of them was my dad and my mom and, you know, other people particularly people who not only went through that problem, like I said in the last episode, went through the problem. People go to people who went through that problem so they can get out of that problem themselves. But also, just like, you know, the man of God is just icing on the cake. A real true man of God.
Yeah.
And that's where I want to be. I want to be to the point that if I'm elevated to another level of adulthood, I want to be the one that people go to as far as them keeping their faith in God. And not only just keeping their faith in God, but just keeping their faith in life, you know? Because I did not have that much faith in life when I was in my 20s, and I didn't think I was going to make 24. And I probably talked more on that in other episodes, but it was really bad. It got really bad, especially around 2002, 2003, that I really told the Lord, either you fix me or I'm going to die. I'd rather die. And I'm 41. So that was God's answer. So, and then I had good people that helped me. Vernita, you, Teresa, shout out to her, Blizz, Tamisha, Kara Crow. She wouldn't visit me when I was down in Georgia one time. Yeah. It was like I had people that carried me through my depression to realize that life is beautiful enough to keep going on. And I want to give that to other people when I'm at that stage, when I got all gray hair, because right now I got gray on the sides and stuff like that, start getting gray in my beard. I'm not even thinking I look pretty anymore. You know what I mean? But
you still look handsome.
Yeah, whatever. If I take this hat off, you might be scared. But anyway, it's like, you know what I mean? That's where I want to be. If I'm going to be here on this earth, I want to be in that status to people to go to. So, and you know, you know what I said before. I said there's only one person on this world, because I always said I'm not going to be here around 50. There's only one person on this world that I would say to the Lord that if I could, you know, because, you know, it's not up to me to be alive, but it's up to the Lord how many years I got left on this earth. But it's only one person who I would stay here and grind with the earth for, and you know who that person is. Yeah. And hopefully the little man be watching, and you know, he understands that, because I love him, and he's the main reason why I do these story times. So he can know me and know how I think. So,
which is beautiful.
Yeah, I can be beautiful sometimes. Yeah. I'm like a Sour Patch. Sometimes he's sour, and sometimes he's sweet.
And then Jenny put that clip right in there.
Because that is true. Because I'll make her mad in one swift motion. And then at the same time, I'll do something so nice. She'll be like, oh, I can't stand this guy. And, oh, he's so sweet. Yep. Yeah, I am a Sour Patch Kid. Yes. And Jerry's a Sour Patch Kid as well. Yep. That's why me and him get along so much. So,
You have any other comments to our Movementers out there?
Yes. Hi.
So that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Ain't no this it for this week. Yeah, so yeah, my birthday. You know, it's funny too, cause like Jenny celebrates my birthday more than I do. Yes. To the point that I have to buy her a gift for my birthday. Yes. So what do you want for my birthday, Jenny?
You got me a shirt.
Oh yeah, I did. I got her a shirt. I got her a shirt. See, nice shirt. You know.
That fits.
Yeah, that fits, you know. That's always, you know, the icing on the cake. But, you know, it's good to have a shirt that fits. Gentlemen, make sure you buy a shirt that fits your spouse or your girlfriend. Because if you don't buy her an outfit that don't fit her, OMG. Who are you cheating with? That's all I'm going to say.
And he always gets me clothes 2 sizes too big. So he actually got me something that's right my size.
Right, so, you know, learn your lady, your spouse, even ladies, learn your man's size, because if you don't, OMG, the can of worms you have just opened. Yep. So, yeah, I got your shirt.
So, which is actually right my size, which I was so shocked when I put it on. I was like, hey! Because, you know what size you got me?
Medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been working out. I think you lost like what, about 35 pounds?
Yeah.
Congratulations. So yeah, I got her a nice shirt for my birthday. So that's all. So, but yeah, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
It is. It's all we don't see it when we're in the grime of everything, but now you're kind of seeing some of the fruits of your labor. It's kind of nice.
It is kind of nice. I just wish I still had the vigor when I was in my 20s, though.
You asking for too much.
You wouldn't want the same vigor I had back when I was in my 20s?
Who was depressed when you were in your 20s?
But I had vigor about it. Now I'm like, I just walk down. Before I used to run, recharge. Now I'm like, I'll walk down there and get there.
This is a facade, because when he needs to run, he runs. Because watch, we're going to go for a rocky run, which, we should videotape, like at least the beginning part of that.
Yeah, when I actually look like I'm doing it, and then like you just see me on a stretcher at the end of the finishing line. Like he didn't make it, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's when he realized.
He's old. It's funny, I'll tell you a story.
What's up?
I'm going to tell you a fast story.
Yeah.
One time when I was in, you know how they say that your body starts falling apart at 40?
Yes.
When I was 39, I kid you not, my brother lives in these apartments where you have to go up like 3-4 flights of stairs after you go up the hill. So like so one day I was going up there and to visit my brother to work on some music. So I'm going up the steps, right? And like, I'm running up the steps, like, I'm doing my little jog up the steps because one, I want to get over it done with, and two, I just got the energy and try to exercise.
Yeah.
And I'm going up the flights of stairs, had no problems at all. Everything was cool, right?
Yeah.
Soon as I hit 40, like the very next day I hit 40, I went to go visit my brother again at 40. I had to take a 5-minute break.
And it's like, I'm over it.
Right? I'm like, what? I'm like, yesterday when I was 39, I'm running up the stairs. Since I hit 40, I'm sitting there like, I didn't even get to the stair part. I was like, I had to sit there like, hold up. I gotta take a break. I can't do it. I was like, nah, I gotta wait. I was like, I cannot believe that saying is true. It's like, once you turn 40, you start falling apart, y'all. I was dying inside.
It's like, that's it, ladies and gents. Whatever.
Oh my gosh. But it's crazy. It's like I say, it's crazy how your body just like, clunks out on you, especially when you get up there in the age. So I kind of wish I did have the vigor, because I used to do cross country. I used to run like 11 miles.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like during practices, we did a lot of 7-mile, 8-mile runs. Shout out to everybody in my cross country team back in high school. But so I kind of wish I was back into that. I do it sporadically with you because I know you like to run, try to lose more weight. So I do it with you. But like the midnight run was awesome. But
that was a lot of fun.
But I do wish I had the vigor, back in the day. Now that would be so like awesome, like it could. So, but I'm working on it because I've been cutting down on my calories and stuff. That's one thing I learned. When you get older, you gotta cut down on all your calories and stuff that you used to eat because your body doesn't break down like it used to. So, but one thing also I learned I learned a lot of people throughout the course of my life, throughout my 20s. Some people at my 20s are not even with me now in my 40s because, like I said before in the last episode, I said sometimes God brings a disaster or catastrophe in your life just so you can move bad people out of your life.
Which is true.
And but at the same time, it also shows you, like I said, who the real people that are with you in your life. Mm-hmm. And the people I mentioned earlier is like the people who are still with me now. Shout out to all of them, J-Wall, Stiggy, all of y'all, y'all still with me here because not only you guys bring positive energy, you also passed the test that the Lord threw at me when I was going through. He also was testing y'all to see what y'all were about. Mm-hmm. And the people who are with me now, as of right now, passes. I just hope that, my friends who are with me now can stay with me even when I go on throughout another cornerstone of my life. But, that's why hopefully, you know, that's why God tests people. Because that same test can recur over and over again as far as your peers go. You're tested every time somebody else is going through.
Every time.
Yeah. Because you know what, I always say, the Jenny at, like, remember I kept saying the Jenny at 20 might not be the same Jenny at 25.
Yeah.
You know, life happens to people like that, you know. And sometimes they get so distracted in life that it pulls them away from others. Or sometimes people just don't care about that person no more. But you have to learn about that as you progress through your ages, you know. I probably lost about 3 friends last year.
Yeah.
Or over the course of a couple of years. And I'll probably lose more, but then again, I gain more. God brings people that carry you through. And sometimes the good people have to leave too, like Fredita, like your mom.
Yeah.
It was their time, you know. And that's another thing too I learned about it over the years, is that sometimes you wonder why God takes good people away. And sometimes it's their time, you know. God had them here for a reason, so, and it's just their time. But, you know, you cherish the moments you have with that person. That's why, like, remember before I used to not take pictures. Now I take pictures now.
Yeah, now you do it all the time.
Yeah, I used to be a stickler for not taking pictures. I didn't want people to see me in pictures. But now I take a lot of pictures now, especially with my kids, so.
But you should.
Yeah, but it just goes with the time and mindset, you know. Like I said, I would not have done it at 20 years old, but I do more now when I'm 41, so. So it's, like I said, it's a blessing getting here. So
it's worth it at the end of the day.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Why is it worth it?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, like they say, you don't realize it when certain things are here until it's gone. And it's true. It's like, you gotta enjoy it while it's here. Because you're not sure how long you're guaranteed to have it here.
Ain't that the truth?
Facts.
Like, nobody thought that 2020 COVID would happen.
Nope.
And you and me lost people to COVID.
I know.
And people who you thought that probably would be here years down the road, they're gone. So it's like, but you're still here. So obviously you have a mission in life that's still complete. So God wouldn't allow you to be here if there was something for here not for you to do. And that's just facts. Like, that's what I learned. Like, I had ideas of when I think I'm gonna go, but my thoughts ain't God's thoughts. You think you're gonna be going at, I always say I'm gonna be going at 50. You know, by the time I'm 50, God be like, nope, I have work for you to do. You're gonna be here till you 80. Or, you know, because my dad was like that too. He thought he was gonna go young, but now he's in the 70s.
Which is wild.
Yeah. So obviously there's things for everybody that God needs us to do. Mm-hmm. So I just hope that throughout another birthday and other years that I would hopefully progress more and understand more what God wants me to do on this earth. And to keep myself from, you know, being too much of a backslider. So we're all not right. Even my dad said there's things about, because I heard a conversation today, that there's some things about he knows that's not right about him, but for some reason it's just in his DNA that he thinks that way and is not necessarily glorifying to God. So we're all not right. But
we're still all like, you know, having a lot of growth, because even your dad admitting to that shows a lot of growth.
Yeah, even at 70 years old, you're still growing. So just to let y'all people know, you could be any age, any birthday you go through, you're still growing, man. Still growing. So this has been a blessing. So just like I said, continue to pray for me as I go through another year, you know, and more things for the label and more things for Salvwreck and more things for people. Because, you know, throughout this process, I didn't used to like people too much back in the day. But it's like I love people now, you know. As much as this world is crazy, I love people. That's why I'm more accessible when people have a problem. They come and talk to me. Regardless if they're wrong in it or not, like I'll always willing to be an avenue for people to talk to. And trust me, if I didn't do that, the only reason why I'm here is because people there were people on this earth that were here, even though they're not here anymore, that I came to talk to. And now I realize life is okay. So, and I guess that's it. I don't think you have any more questions or anything.
No, I think this was good.
Cool. So stay tuned, stay alert, and remember, you are the movement. And anybody whose birthday is on October 20th, happy birthday.
God bless.
God bless you. Stay safe and have a beautiful, beautiful life. Okay? Peace.